Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the Ice and Dum Dum podcast. We might have to just start calling this the Ice Dum Dum and Bdog podcast because Bdog's pretty much just here to stay. How you guys doing tonight?
Good. I'm doing well. It's been a lovely week, Bdog. Glad to have you back, my friend.
Thank you. I'm doing all right myself. It's the weekend now, so pretty excited about that.
You look like you're playing a little bit of Xbox there, Bdog.
I was playing some Xbox. Now I'm in some menus, so I
Nice.
can be in tune for the podcast.
Okay, all right. That's whatever floats you, but whatever gets you in best podcast mode. That's all we care about here.
How
That's
are you
right.
going to make a gaming podcast and not be gaming? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I mean, that's pretty much how it goes. So did everybody do their homework?
I did do my homework.
Dum Dum. Your name's Dum Dum. Did you do your homework?
What the hell is homework?
Here we go. Did you watch the movie?
Oh yeah, I watched the movie. I'm seriously sitting here like, wait, was I supposed to do something? Yeah, I watched the movie.
You watched it?
God, I had flashbacks back to high school, and I'm like, oh.
I mean, that's true. We shouldn't call it homework because then you probably wouldn't have done it anyway.
That is true.
So let's, I guess we can jump right in. We'll start with B-Dog. I guess tell us what you watched and what you thought of it. Give us a little rundown of the movie. We'll try to avoid spoilers as much as we can, guys. But if something slips out, we do apologize. But all right, let's jump right into it. What do you got, B-Dog?
I watched an unsuspecting movie called The Lodge. I think you'd already seen it, but
I have.
It has horror. Has some horror aspects to it. I wouldn't call it a horror movie. I know we were all aiming for a horror movie. It was more of like a psychological thriller, in my opinion.
Yeah, I could see that. Yep.
Starts off, the acting's kind of like, is this going to be the movie I'm going to review? And then something happens right off the bat, and you're like, okay, I can definitely check this out. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but if you're not hooked by 8 minutes in or whenever the event happens, then the movie's probably not for you.
This is not your movie.
After that, it gives some really weird, I like movies that have really weird vibes and there's tension between the characters and stuff. And it definitely nails that. Just any sort of tension, I don't know, you could tell
Murder, sexual.
No, I'm just saying you can tell they're not jiving with each other in one aspect or another. There's some distaste there. I like that.
Yeah.
So pretty much this family goes out to the lodge, and
Movie title.
The father has to leave at one point, and it was apparently a part of the plan for him to leave, but he takes off, and the new girlfriend is with his two kids, and a blizzard hits, and they lose power, and then it starts getting spooky. And
yeah, that's fair to say.
I'm not gonna really ruin much from there because there's not really too much I can really go off of. There's not really any jump scares. It's not like a jump scare type movie. It's more of like I said, like a psychological thriller. What's gonna happen throughout the entire movie, and then the ending leaves a little bit to be desired. But a lot more movies I notice are ending in the same fashion, where I'm not gonna ruin it, but it's hard to describe. It leaves you wanting a little more.
Almost
a couple more,
an open ending.
Yeah, a couple more scenes. It could have been a good ending, I think.
Can I just say,
a terrible ending, but
movies with endings like Inception bother the hell out of me. I don't know if you guys have watched Inception, but it ends with the little spinning top, and it's still spinning.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know if he's in real life or he's in a dream.
If I remember right, it wobbles a couple times too, so you don't know.
It does, yeah. It wobbles, and then the screen just cuts out.
But it's not a big wobble. Was it a wobble?
It's a
was
small.
Yeah.
Ugh, I hate that. You need to feed me all the information. I don't want to process this stuff. I want simple movies that just feed me, and I don't have to think.
And that's why you're dumb. So on the lodge, and I don't want to. I have seen it. I don't want to give anything away. it's got like a message like like I said, I don't think this is giving it away. The new girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
has some type of mental illness in it, if I
Yes,
remember correctly.
it plays
And
into
they
that
play up on that,
pretty
right?
heavily.
They play heavily
Yes.
into the mental illness factor of that.
Yes.
And it kind of
Mhm.
it,
It almost bothers you.
exactly. It's like
Yeah,
it's a little and it's like screwy. It's almost it's a screwy movie.
yeah, I like it. I'd say
Yeah.
screwy is a good way to describe it.
I think that was a good choice. Now, was that your first time watch? That was your first time watching it, right?
yeah, I had just happened to, we had watched a couple other things I didn't really think were too great, and then I watched that and I was like, all right, this will be the one I bring to the podcast. And I'll give it a Bdog score of I'll say a hard 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10 Bdogs.
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely a watch if you're in the mood for a psychological thriller.
I wish I had a Bdog like a moat so I could pop up 7 Bdogs.
Yeah,
Just
it's a hard 7 too.
I'd give that's a
the last one's a pit bull.
Okay. Ooh, wow. Damn.
Yeah.
All right. No, that's
worth a watch.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. It's
Sounds
definitely worth a watch for that. I would agree with you. It's good. So you haven't watched that yet, then, Dum Dum. So you can't really.
I have not. No, but from what he said, from what you both said, it sounds pretty good. I'll have to give it a watch.
No,
I think you'd like it. Yeah.
It's interesting. It's definitely an interesting movie. I mean, nothing gonna knock your socks off, but it's like, oh, I want to watch a psychological thriller. Here we go. See, that's so. Not before we get to your movie, Dum Dum. I want to kind of talk about that. So, horror and psychological thrillers are kind of hand in hand in when you're looking for one. Like if you type in, like you look for horror movies, it's a lot of them are psychological thrillers now. Like so.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they go hand in hand. So it's, I mean, the one I watched is pretty much a psychological thriller, the one I'm going to talk about. But
me too.
All right, what do you got, Dum Dum? What do you? What's the one you watched?
So I watched Alone. It's called Alone, and it's pretty much about a girl who is moving or whatever, and some guy is following her the whole time. So the movie, she's on the road and she's always driving, and this guy's always following her pretty much.
Okay.
And, I mean, I can say it because in the trailer, like he ends up getting her or whatever, and it's about her trying to escape, blah 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 blah. But the movie is exactly what you think the movie would be like. Like when I'm watching a movie and I'm like, oh, this is gonna happen, and then this is gonna happen, and then this is gonna happen.
So it's predictable.
Yeah, and I was just watching it, and it's so slow. They must have had maybe like 15 minutes of conversation that whole entire movie. It's an hour and a half long movie. Like it's just filming like weird stuff. It was so slow, I almost fell asleep, honestly.
I never heard of it before. I never heard of the movie.
Honestly. I think I saw a preview for it.
Yeah, I mean it's relatively new. I'm pretty sure it came out this year, a couple months ago, actually.
Did it?
Yeah, but I just don't like movies where it's that slow and there's no twists. Like, kind of ruins the experience. So I'll give the Dum Dum score of 3 out of 10. 3 dummies will like
Alone. 3. Dummies. Really? 3 Dum Dums out of 10 Dum Dums.
It was just so basic, and you could, picture what's gonna happen. It just bored the crap out of me.
Really? I mean, I feel like you have nothing nice to say about the movie. Was there any redeeming qualities of this movie? Was it good in any?
Nobody
sense?
even got naked. Like.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, there was literally nothing.
Is that how you base your movies off of?
Yeah, if I see at least 3 naked people, it's instantly an 8 out of 10 Dum Dums.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go, everybody. That's take Dum Dum scoring as that, because there's probably some movies that he'd score 8 out of 10 that probably would normally be like a 0 out of 10. So
yeah, probably.
Perks of being a wallflower. Oh, sorry to bring that up.
There was no naked people in that.
I mean, I haven't watched it. I tried to watch it and I was like, I can't even do this.
Listen,
we might have to force ourselves to watch it just to talk about it on the podcast one day.
I, like every other man in this world, love getting shit on by you guys. Let's do it.
Okay. Hey, listen, that's what we're here for.
I love it.
So I watched, and I can't remember if we talked about it last week or not, what I was going to watch. I think I pretty much had my mind made up right. It might have been after we left the podcast or we talked about it, but I watched Midsummer. Now, I've seen previews for it. I had been like, oh, people have talked about it, blah, blah, blah. So before I watched it, I didn't actually watch this till last night because I've been busy with work and all that fun stuff. And so during the week, and I was like I looked up to see if I was going to buy it or whatnot. You can get it on Amazon. I had seen who makes the movie or who's one of the production companies behind the movie, and it's A24, which they also made a movie called The Witch and
I've watched that.
A movie called Hereditary.
Oh.
Both of those movies are on my overhyped, overrated horror movies. Like, people talk highly of both of them, and I don't see it. The Hereditary was good for the first maybe 20 minutes. Then it was super slow. Then the last maybe 15 minutes of that movie was good. I thought that movie was too slow. And The Witch, oh, jeez. Yeah, that's The Witch. Watch it. It's slow. Okay. So we're going to get on Midsummer now. So Midsummer, I tune in. Now, Bdog had actually watched this movie, and he had told me it was a good movie, blah, 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 that, but it might be because it was overhyped for you. He hadn't known too much about it when he watched it, so he liked it. But now my brain was already going that people are already hyping this up. But the best thing that happened for me was I saw that A24 made it before I watched the movie. So my expectations went from a B-Dog level of 9 to a dum-dum level of 3. You know what I mean? Like, I was not expecting much once I saw A24. So that is a good thing for this. So, and I'm trying not to touch into spoilers or anything, but the movie itself is about some friends going to Sweden for a midsummer festival with like this small community. The movie itself starts with an incident happens to this girl, and I'm not going to get into it, but it's a big bad incident. Like, it's life altering. She's rightfully screwed up. Her boyfriend at the time is like, hey, me and my buddies are going to this festival thing, and yeah, do you want to come? Like, thinking she's gonna say no, and his buddies were not very happy that she was going to this with them. She ends up going.
Like someone I know.
She ends up going, and yeah, it is a mind-boggling experience from start to. There were times during that movie that I stopped and I was just like, what the hell is actually going on right now? And I mean, it has its predictable points. Like, at one point in the movie starts getting super predictable.
Yeah.
At least I thought. But then it had things that weren't predictable. Like, you didn't see coming. Like, you're like, oh, okay. The movie, and for lack of a better description of the movie's like kind of, and I don't swear a lot on this podcast, but the movie's kind of a mind fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. You look at me. You can't see B-Dog's face right now, but he's grinning. He's like, yeah, it is.
I am glad you liked it, because I know how you are when you go into something with high expectations. You usually kind of, look at it a very
like I'm expecting the best.
Yeah, and you usually will cut it down to what you feel it is. But I'm glad you really liked it, because I really like that movie too.
No, I'm not gonna give. I would give the movie. I don't think it was like everyone I've seen so far. Like, when I heard about this movie, and after people watched it, they were giving it like, I don't know if it's in the top 10 horror movies of all time. I don't think so. I wouldn't put it up there. It was a good movie, good psychological thriller. Some of the special effects were really up there, and really like, I was like, damn. But some of it, I was like, now, this is another funny part of the story. So there's a part in there when there's some stuff going on with a dude and some girls, and I'll let you guys imagination, or if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
My wife, who doesn't like the psychological thrillers or horror movies, had walked downstairs and at that exact moment, and she was like, what the hell is going on this TV right now? And I said, the movie's
Why are your
out there.
pants off?
I cannot explain this. Like, this is like, I can't even explain this to you. And she was like, okay. And she walked away. I don't know if my wife thinks less of me now, maybe taking that one scene out of context. She might have even thought I was really watching a horror movie. I don't know, but it was messed up. But I will tell you, out of this movie, so Hereditary, I remember that movie gets hyped up so much. If you liked Hereditary and you thought that was a cool movie, this movie blows Hereditary out of the water. Like, I would give it, like I said, I'd give it probably a 7.5 out of 10. It was a good movie. I recommend it. Definitely a little messed up. It's
What about
definitely
the dress,
interesting.
though?
What?
Without spoilers, what about that dress, though?
I know that dress. Yeah. What the heck was that thing?
I
Oh my
want to watch
goodness.
it. I actually just pulled it up on my Xbox while you guys are talking about it.
So
2.5 hours long, but it's
yeah,
classified as a horror. It's not.
I know. I saw that.
know.
I was saying it's one of those. It's actually classified as a horror, which I don't get. It's more psychological than anything else. I mean, there's
Yeah.
not
I'm
really.
surprised you don't like A24. Is it just because of those two movies that you saw that were hyped up? Because whenever I see A24, I expect a good movie, and I haven't
So
seen
they have another
Hereditary.
couple movies that I do like. If I remember, I'm trying to remember. I just those two movies, like, for me, when I see it, I question it. Which was good in the case of this.
Isn't The Lighthouse? Have you seen that? Isn't
That
that
is
A24?
one of them, and that's a decent movie.
That's a good movie. Yeah.
Yes, I will. But you haven't watched Hereditary or The Witch?
No.
They are very long.
I think I have seen The Witch. Is that the one with the goat?
That's the one with the goat.
It was okay.
That movie was like supposed to be the next best thing.
Yeah, it was okay. I think the thing you get with A24 a lot, even if the story of the movie isn't great, is you get a really good, well shot. Like, they are really good at getting good shots in their movies, and they're usually really pretty and beautiful.
That is true. That is 100% accurate. I'm trying to.
Which I'm really into that. So even if the story sucks, I might like the movie a little bit more just because it looked really good and it like had interesting shots and stuff.
And even Hereditary does, but I just feel like you'd have to check it out, check Hereditary out, and we'll have to talk about it because, like I said, and it might be I'm talking it down enough where you're going to be going to it with super low expectations of it, and you're going to be like,
Well,
you know
no, because I have some coworkers that say it's the best movie on earth. You know what I mean?
what? Oh my god, I almost just threw up.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I have two opposing. So I don't think I'm ever gonna watch it. I don't care. I really don't care about it anymore.
It's one of those movies. Like I said,
conflicted.
going into it, I knew like, oh, this is gonna be a good movie. Everyone keeps talking it up, blah blah blah. There's a scene that happens early on in the movie. Now, Dum Dum, you seen it? Were you there for that?
Which movie?
Hereditary.
No.
No. There's a scene that happens early in the movie, like, and you're like, oh man, if this stuff's happening already, this is gonna be good. And then an hour and 10 minutes later, you're like, okay, I'm waiting. It's gonna get good, and it finally gets good. You're like, oh, okay. It's about a small family, and like, yeah, but yeah.
That's what I was waiting for in Alone. I was waiting for it to get good. It just never got good, and I was like, well.
So, I mean, I was never a good student in school. Like, I didn't care about homework or tests or anything like that. I just wanted to pass and get out of there. But I did extra credit this week. I watched It Follows. Have you guys seen It Follows?
I have, yes.
I think I have. Why don't you
I
explain
don't know
a
if you
little
have.
bit?
I mean, it's like.
Okay. All right.
Why don't you explain a little bit? I'll remember if I've seen it.
This dude and this girl hook up.
Yep, I've seen it.
Boom, he's seen it. He knew it. So you know what I'm talking about? So the general,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure the movie itself is pretty much talking about STDs.
That's the message.
Right? Is that?
Yep. That's what I got from it.
Wow, I watched that movie twice. I never got that message. This is what I'm talking about, where I don't want to think about stuff.
And it might not be. Maybe it's not. But I mean, that's what I automatically linked it to, and I'm pretty sure.
No, it makes sense when you guys say that, though. It makes a lot of sense when you say it.
So the movie is about a sexually transmitted monster. We'll call it a monster, right? Is that like? This
Sure.
was probably out of the 4 movies that we've talked about right now. This is probably the most horror movie. Agreed?
I'd say yeah.
Watch Midsummer,
It's
but-
not much of a thriller.
Because it's got the
It's got the
what is it,
ghoul.
ghost, the ghoul. Yeah, what do we? I don't even know.
Yeah.
Like a shapeshifter.
It's got
Something.
it, bro.
So you have sex with somebody.
I love it.
So if Dum Dum had sex with somebody, this
Never happened.
person passed it on this curse onto him. He has 2 options, 3 options really. He's got the first option, which is have sex and pass it on to somebody else. The second option is to keep running and just keep going forever. Or the third option is die. So if he picks option 3, the ghoul, the ghost, the monster, the curse, goes back to the person that he had sex with last. And it keeps going back down the chain. If he picks option 1, which was which was pass it on, it keeps going on. Obviously, you keep passing it on until that person dies, but then you always got to worry it's going to come back to you. I don't think that lets you know. Like, you'd have to like actually pay attention to that person dying.
Yeah, it doesn't let you know. After that person is after that person's dead, it will just move on to the next person. So
it comes back. So like, you got to keep tabs on your ex to make sure that it didn't get off in a certain way.
She's hooking up with a lot of people. You got to
you want to hook it up with everybody.
Parties. Yeah.
So that was my other thought process. Now, if you pass it on and you have sex with 2 people, does it have to go through 2 of those people, or is it only the person you pass it on to first?
If you had sex with both people, I'm for sure there was a point in the film where the girl was out on sea on a boat with all those guys.
Yeah.
All of them died. I'm pretty sure.
Anyway, so
I think, but it doesn't show them dying. I think it just shows it coming back to her or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. And the second option was just keep running forever. Now I want to talk about that. Now, Bdog, how well do you remember the movie? Now that we're talking
super well, not super well, but I remember like gists of it.
So the monster is pretty strong. Like, it can bust like through a door and like a wall thingy, like, but it's slow as all hell.
Yeah. Just go to Italy and back to America like once every couple.
And it seems like it just walks. Like, it just never stops. It's like, I'm just going to kill you.
Yeah.
Don't really care about anything else. So, I mean, if it doesn't take like a car, doesn't take like a plane, I don't know how, don't even talk about water. Does it walk across the top of the water? Does it swim? Does it walk across the bottom?
I don't think we ever got those answers in that movie.
We
did not.
But I feel like you could just essentially, and it's obviously, but I mean, if you're trying to stay alive, couldn't you just like fly from Maine to California like every couple days and just keep that monster just chilling between there?
In the Midwest?
Walking, yeah, just keep chilling while he's walking back and forth. He's like, oh man, this sucks. There he goes again.
There they go again.
Damn. Well, maybe they'll miss their flight by a few days and I'll get there. Like, I mean, I know that's expensive. I mean, or even just, I mean, I feel like if you're going to die, like, you'll figure that out. You'll figure the money out. Like, or just get in a car. And if you're on the West Coast, drive from Seattle to California, like take a weekend trip.
Why is everybody going to California?
Because I feel like that's where the monster would really want to hang out. I really do.
Right.
I mean, I know in the movie it's like in Michigan or something, but I feel like that monster wants to be in California.
Or you could do B and just have sex with every single female that wants to have sex with you, or male. Who cares?
So you would be dead.
Why would I be dead?
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'd probably die for sure, but I'd be going to bars like, "Hey, do you want to have sex with me?" They're like, "You're disgusting. Please get away from me." All right. Well, that's 54 women failed tonight.
I don't know. I just felt like it's a really easy monster to beat. It's not like.
No, yeah, for sure.
You just keep moving.
And like you were saying though, it just walks.
What if, or couldn't you? I mean, we're gonna get off this topic, but now, like, I know we're getting a little wild here with this next one. What if you just had sex with an astronaut, and he goes to space, like the space station? What's the monster just gonna do? Just chill down there, like he's coming back any day now? Like,
well, I wonder if he like teleports into proximity, you know. But why wouldn't he just teleport onto you?
It didn't seem like that because there was days between scenes when they traveled.
Yeah.
When they
He
travel the
definitely
far
just
distance, there
walks.
was
He
like
has
I
to
think
walk.
I think the monster just walks, changes. I mean, the monster can shapeshift into anything at once, but it apparently cannot figure out how to take a cab across the city. Like,
Yeah, cabs are expensive. Maybe that's
Like,
what the plan is.
this supernatural being can literally it could shapeshift into the taxi driver
Yeah.
and
I
just be
guess.
like, all right, hey, headed across town, let's go. He could get a fare. Kill the taxi driver, get a fare. Now he's got money to pay for the next taxi. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, they definitely didn't think that one out, huh?
I, is it bad that that's all I could think about? Like halfway through that movie, like
I don't remember it being a great movie, so I don't think you're too wrong thinking that way.
I didn't mind the movie at all. I kind of liked it, to be honest.
I mean, it wasn't like I said, I'd probably give it a 5 out of 10.
I was gonna say five or six dum-dums.
It was entertaining, and it's got me into a conversation that I was thinking about. Like, I mean, it made me think. Like, what would I do if I had this monster? I mean, couldn't I just walk?
You would hope.
Could I just walk around
think about
my
something
house?
good, though.
My house is a big circle. Couldn't I just keep walking around and just have it like, all right, here we're going. We're gonna freaking take care of that.
What if you like stood behind a treadmill and turned it on, and then he walked into the
walked
treadmill
into
and
it.
just on the treadmill, and he just never
And he's
could
like,
get off.
my weakness.
Walking in place.
You have found it.
Oh man, yeah. All right, now that you guys bring it up, there's definitely a lot of flaws with the movie.
Yeah,
There's definitely a lot of flaws.
Like, you know, I don't know. I just feel like it wasn't really like I'm sure
It wasn't a terrible movie by any means, though.
No, and I don't want to pick on whoever made it. I know this podcast is going big. It's getting wild. The people are freaking out over it. And if whoever made the movie is watching this, keep making movies. You did a great job. Make a sequel and explain all of that for us. Or just my contact information's on the channel. Just send it to me. Tell me what all that is. Tell me if I cracked the code. We'll talk about it. We'll have you on a podcast. We'll love it.
Can you imagine all the writers sitting down like, hey, wait, what if they have sex with an astronaut? The writers all look like,
damn.
I guess.
You've been listening to the Ice and Dum Dum podcast, haven't you?
Oh, man.
I don't know. I just feel like
What if you have sex with an animal?
What?
I'm not saying I do that or that's
okay, but the logic behind having sex with an animal, I mean, I never even thought of that. But of course you did, Dum Dum. Of course you did.
Does that count? Like, I want to know if that counts.
Think about it. If
you
you
could buy
did,
like 30 dogs.
But if you did, that what was it, dog? You want to have sex with a dog?
I get big dogs.
It's that dog isn't gonna know. The creature's just gonna kill the dog.
Yeah, but if you
then it goes back to you.
Yeah, then it's back on you, and now you don't know that dog's dead unless you're keeping tabs. The dog doesn't have Facebook. Like, how do you
really
know that
need to
dog's
spread
still...
your dogs around? Is all I know.
What the heck?
Now you got me thinking. This is what happens when I think. Look what you did.
If you could calculate, this is what you could do. If you could calculate how fast this thing moves, right? Figure it out. I guess have sex with this animal that you want to have sex with. ship it overseas.
Yeah, perfect.
Calculate how long it takes for that dog to be dead. Then walks back and figure that out. And then a few days before, keep that process going. But I don't think bestiality should ever really be on anybody's mind, and I don't condone bestiality. So I don't think we should really be talking about that in this.
Listen, we're free thinkers here.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Nobody listen to this podcast. Animals, bad.
So we got a compliment on. I didn't even talk about this. We got a compliment.
What?
I've never got a compliment my whole life.
We're the third best podcast on the internet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah.
We're right behind Joe Rogan, and I forgot who the other one was, but we're the third. I mean, come on. If we're Joe Rogan, like that's all you need to do.
We can't even remember the second place. We're third.
I think it was Bobby Lee, wasn't it?
Oh, yep, that was it. That was
Bobby Lee's hilarious.
Bdog knows.
Bdog's in tune, baby.
So yeah, Frickin' It Follows. That's an
That threw us for a
interesting.
loop, huh?
That just threw this whole freaking thing off.
Yeah, so we all watched one movie and we talked about It Follows for 25 minutes. You guys are welcome.
So, moving on to the next topic now that we're done with that.
Done with dogs.
Yeah, yeah. So let's
No
be
more
done with
dogs
dogs.
besides Bdog.
Yeah, the
B-Dog,
B-Dog we need
baby.
is B-Dog.
That's true.
Did you guys see the new video game movie that they just showed pictures for coming out? Uncharted?
What?
Yeah,
Uncharted,
it's Spider-Man, right?
Yeah, the kid Tom Holland's playing Uncharted.
Yeah.
Is
I didn't
playing-
watch him as Spider-Man, but I don't like him.
That was a strong statement.
How could you not like him if you didn't see him as Spider-Man?
I saw him in something else I didn't like him in. I don't remember what it was. But I'll probably still watch it. Uncharted. I never played Uncharted, but it's pretty cool.
So he grew on me. Uncharted, I do like Uncharted because I like Indiana Jones and I like Tomb Raider, and it's like both of them.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think we've all established here that none of us really play PlayStation games.
True.
I feel like that's fair. But
Very
I am
true.
excited for this movie. I actually like Tom Holland. I'm not like in love with the guy. But the other actor in the movie I am in love with. Did you guys see who that is? The
No.
original
Keanu Reeves.
no, I'm not that much
Oh.
love. The original person who was supposed to play Nathan Drake is still in the movie, and it is Mark Wahlberg.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
yeah, good. I like him.
Are they in Boston in the jungle?
the Boston jungle? No. So apparently, when they first wanted to make the first when they wanted to make this movie, it was a while ago. And like I said, so Mark Wahlberg was cast. They blah blah blah. He stayed attached, but he is now going to be Sully, which is Nathan Drake's mentor. So he's gonna play Mark Wahlberg. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna be Mark Wahlberg.
Like he does in every movie.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, so that has me a little excited. I like Marky Mark. I feel like who doesn't like Marky Mark?
Comment below if you hate Marky Mark.
You dumb. Nobody better see you comment it below.
I'm gonna comment it right below. Say I love Marky Mark.
Okay, so I'm definitely I'm excited for it. I mean, I hate getting excited for video game movies because, yeah, you know how those.
What the hell even is a video game movie?
A movie
Based on a video
game. On a video game.
Like, so is it like real life film or is it like a lot of CGI and stuff?
It's a live action movie. It's a real movie, like the Tomb Raider movies, the Mario movie.
Yep.
Assassin's Creed.
I figured there'd be like a lot of CGI and then make it like kind of almost
Doom.
Like a game.
Doom. Oh, poor Doom.
Yeah.
Poor Doom. Resident Evil, like that kind of stuff. They're actually redoing Resident Evil too.
Yeah, I like those.
Supposedly it's going to be more faithful. They actually just released the cast for it. It's going to have all the main characters from the first two games. They all got casted.
Nice.
Should be interested. I didn't look like it was any real big name actors. It's kind of like all smaller actors, so it could go either way with that. But I'm excited. I mean, I've only played a little bit of Uncharted. I've never got really too big into it. It does look like a cool game. If I had a PlayStation, it's probably one of the games I would play. But the pictures they released of them, it kind of made me feel like it was an Uncharted. I mean, somebody in here is an Uncharted fan and you think I'm wrong, let us know. We'll be more than happy to correct ourselves, but I think it was good. I'm genuinely excited for the movie. Like I'll watch it. I'll buy some popcorn, sit down, throw the feet up on the seat in front of me like you're not supposed to, and take the movie in.
Yeah, I can't wait to pay $55 for a small popcorn and go to the movies again. It's gonna be great.
Oh, they're gonna up it to 65 because times are tough.
Sure. Why not?
Because they have to sanitize afterwards. $10.
Yeah, $10 sanitation fee.
Yeah, they pour the hand sanitizer right in the popcorn now. Right.
And into your eyes.
Thanks for watching the movie. Please come
That's
back
what you should
again.
have had after Hereditary. You should have had your eyes.
I would have felt better. My eyes would have felt better after that movie.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
No, that's exciting though. I like when they make movies like that, like the Tomb Raider movies and stuff like that. Those are usually pretty decent movies. And like Resident Evil, all those are pretty good. But I'm like Bdog. I haven't played Uncharted. I definitely have seen videos on Uncharted. It looks like a fun game. I just don't, play on the PlayStation. So that'll be exciting to watch.
I guess we can kind of stay on the PlayStation topic. None of us being PlayStation players at all. What's one franchise that you wish you could play that's exclusive to Sony? We'll start with Bdog.
God of War.
I knew that was going to be your answer.
I was going to say the same exact thing.
You just want to be like Bdog.
I'm not really into like button mashers, but it looks sweet.
It does two of the coolest points of like any type of mythos, like the Greek and the freaking Nordic. Like, I mean, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's if you're gonna do one, like, I mean, like Assassin's Creed right now doing that. They're going from the Greek to freaking like. How could you go wrong? Yes,
yeah.
You got those. Those. Do they get better than those two? Like, I don't know. I really don't know.
No, not my opinion.
So that's yours. Have you ever played them at all?
No, I've actually never played a single second of it.
I played a little bit of like God of War 2 a long time ago, whenever God of War 2 came out, when I was over someone's house that had it. I mean, it's a button masher, but the myth, the lore behind it is really cool.
And also just like the cinematics you're going through while you're killing gods seems pretty sweet.
Yeah, exactly. No, I can see. I knew you were gonna pick that though. I just know you. And so, Dum, you're copying Bdog. You couldn't do better than that.
I'll switch it up. No, I originally was gonna say God of War, but isn't Spider-Man a PlayStation exclusive?
Spider-Man is a PlayStation exclusive.
If it wasn't God of War would be my number one, but the number two would easily be the Spider-Man series.
Like Tom Holland Spider-Man, or
yeah, Tom Holland. I hope it's actually just Tom Holland with no Spider-Man.
Is that your Spider-Man? Yeah.
They I guess they're getting a bunch of backlash because for the PlayStation 5 version, they changed the character, like they changed the character model for the Spider-Man, so it looks more like Tom Holland. It's not good. Really like they didn't make it like it's more kiddie, like more younger. It's a younger Spider-Man.
That's awesome.
So
I would say my number 3 would probably be The Last of Us, though. I've always wanted to play that.
Who the hell gave you a third choice? Like, can I
gave myself a third choice. You're welcome. Listen, I'm doing extra credit.
Do you just want to give all of the? Do you just want to say all of them, and I just won't say one? Yeah.
Let me Google this stuff.
Oh, I mean, I got a second one too. If we're going there.
Like, by the time it gets to me, I'm gonna be like,
Here, you can go. You go.
Like, I guess I'll go for a Nintendo exclusive. Like, I mean, what do you want me to say? Like,
Animal Crossing.
So mine would be, and it's a game I really would like Sony to reboot. They haven't made one since the PlayStation 3. I don't think it was on PS4. Was the Resistance series.
Oh.
You forgot about that, didn't you? Let me guess. That's the fourth game that you want to play.
That's kind of like Power Armor type deal, right?
No, it's World War II. It's like an alternate timeline. Like during World War II, these aliens invaded Earth. And they just started going to town, destroying everything. And like everyone's like, oh, we need to fight the aliens now because, who cares about the rest of this? Like these things are gonna wipe us out. And like, if I remember, I believe I played 1, 2, and 3 actually. Because the girl I was dating at the time, her dad was a PlayStation fanboy, and we used to go and spend like a couple days there. And I would just stay up gaming and playing those, and I knocked them out. They were actually pretty good. I mean, on the PlayStation controller, it's hard to play. It would have been much better on an Xbox controller. Sorry to take shots at the PlayStation controller again, but get a better controller. I actually enjoyed the game. The lore behind it was cool. Like I think the aliens, they were turning, like the things that the soldiers they used to fight were actually humans that they were turning into like these creatures, and it was actually a pretty good game. I mean, I like World War II and I like aliens and like sci-fi, and it was just a cool game, and I actually enjoyed it. And I wish Sony. I'm not gonna say. I'm not. I didn't like it that much. I said I'd almost buy a PlayStation, but then I didn't hit my head yet. So
yeah, I did play those games a couple years ago.
Dum. Before you pick your fourth choice of what you're gonna say, can let Bdog pick his next one.
It, dog.
Oh, I was just gonna say that new one that everybody's been raving about, Ghost of
Tsushima,
or the samurai one. That one
actually
was pretty sweet. Ghost of Sushi Town or whatever it is.
It
looks really good.
Tsushima, yeah. Ghost of Tsushima. Everyone's saying it's a really good game.
I wish the Xbox would have got that, but
That's like a. It's
whatever.
like they said it's got like a Dark Souls like how to play it vibe. Almost like you would like it because you always like For Honor. I think it's got that same control scheme set up.
I think it's a little more like reactive than I don't know if that's it's not like dialed in like left is left block, right? It looks like you
It's not?
kind of
Okay, I
react
thought
and
it was.
parry. It's more of like a. It seems like it's kind of like a Dark Souls meets like a Batman game.
Oh, the Batman games are awesome.
I just looked it up.
Batman games are sweet.
It got a 96% user rating. So
Yeah, it looks really good.
It's
I
really
wish we
good.
would have got that one, but I'm not buying a PlayStation.
It's like it's the same thing. It's like, okay, no. Like if somebody gifted me a PlayStation, I'd play it.
Oh yeah, for sure. As long as I could hook an Xbox controller up to it.
Yeah, like as long. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the man size. I mean, the bigger controllers are gonna be nice for the PlayStation. Like I don't know. What's your fourth choice there, Dum Dum?
listen, I don't have a fourth choice.
You do. Look at your face.
I don't know, dude. What I played Dante's Inferno on the PlayStation before. That game was great too, but this had to be 10 years ago.
Were you like 10 then? How old were you then?
0.
I don't think you were 0 and playing games.
I don't remember.
And I don't think we have a 10-year-old on this podcast who's talking about what they were talking about with dogs earlier. So let's not go there.
I mean, is it better to be older talking about that or younger and talking about that?
I honestly don't think it's ever a good time to talk about that. What what have you guys been playing this week? You guys been playing or just working a lot? Or you guys been playing anything? Or
I'll let Bdog go. He's a
yeah.
guy.
I've been working a ton. I played a little bit of Tarkov. Didn't go so hot. Played a little bit of FIFA earlier today, but I haven't really played too much games. I've just been watching a lot of stuff on Netflix and whatnot.
Okay, Dum.
Well, I went through a pretty decent life change where I had to move locations. So I didn't really set anything up this week. I plugged in my TV yesterday, and from the move, my TV screen wasn't even cracked. I turned it on. The whole thing was shattered. I'm like, how does this happen? There must have been weight on it or something. So I just got a TV yesterday, but I hopped into Fortnite again, and the Halloween update is pretty cool.
I know Bdog like cringes every time he hears the word Fortnite. He definitely does not like it. But
Yeah, for sure.
I will admit, I actually played some of the Halloween one and I enjoyed it a little bit. I actually had fun playing that.
I gotta say the Halloween update for Fortnite is definitely better than I'm sure I'm gonna get hatred for this, for the Call of Duty Halloween update. That Halloween Zombies is terrible. Zombie Royale and Call of Duty Modern Warfare, garbage.
Haven't played it yet.
Yeah, I don't like it at all.
Well, what have I played this week? I said I played a little bit of Fortnite. Oh, I got the Apple. You can play your Xbox on your phone now. So I tried that out. It actually works very well. I don't know if you guys have tried it.
No, I haven't tried it
You
yet.
can legitimately play any game that you have downloaded on your Xbox. You can play on your phone.
So do you have to
That's kinda
download
cool.
that game on your phone as well?
No, it's somehow some magic. There's magic somewhere. I don't know where the
What?
magic is, but it streams right to your phone as long as it's on your
That's
Xbox.
insane. You
That's
have to have your Xbox on?
No, the Xbox doesn't even have to be on.
I'm baffled.
I could tell. Well, it doesn't take a lot to baffle you, so that doesn't make sense. But I mean, I was baffled, so that's saying something.
That's
Like,
true.
But it was I played. That's actually how I played Fortnite. I played it on my phone, and I tried. I was playing. I played Forza, and I was like, well, Forza. Let's see how twitchy it is. Like, it was good. The only time I crashed is because I sucked, not because the game was lagging.
That's really good.
It was really impressive, and I haven't tried it on my new phone. I got the iPhone 12 Pro.
Ooh.
Weird
So
flex.
I haven't tried it on this yet, but I guarantee it's gonna be sexy. You know what I mean? You guys know what I mean.
Mhm.
Not you, Dum because you're an Apple hater, but
Let's go, Android fans.
but yeah. So I mean, I say give it a try, guys. I mean, it's if you're bored and want to just check it out, it's interesting. It's definitely an interesting experience.
Yeah,
You
sounds
got it. I will try it.
And then we all played. We forgot to talk about this. I played some marbles on stream last night. I'm streaming. Little shout out to join the Twitch, twitch.tv/ice50x. Hop in there. We played Friday nights. We played marbles on stream. We had a good stream last night. We had a bunch of people in there. It was a good night.
did. Yeah, it was fun.
And then we ended the night with some Halo. Actually, the three of us played Halo.
I forgot I played Halo. Yeah.
We tore it up. I think it was last night that we tore it up. No, yeah, we did. We were going to town last night.
Was it?
Yeah, it was last night. It was last night.
I don't know. I had about 15 Heinekens. I don't remember.
It was a good time. I mean, anytime I'm playing Halo, I'm having a good time. But so, yeah, that was a good time. And I think that's it. I haven't really played too much. I mean, I had to do my homework, and then I did the extra homework. And yeah,
I don't think either one of you have either one of you played the Cold War beta.
I did not.
No,
I haven't played it either. So if
it's
anyone,
a hard pass.
just comment down below. I want to know if it was good or bad, like how much different it is than the one we have now.
Hashtag COD beta good bad ?
Yeah. Hashtag COD beta good bad. Good bad.
Yep. Speaking about going back to the Twitch thing too, I saw something. Was it yesterday or the day before? And we've all heard the Google Stadia, right?
Yes.
The Google's attempt at making a streaming gaming platform.
Oh, really? I wasn't aware.
It was like it came out like 8 months ago. So you can tell they're doing really well. Yeah. So their creative director, I believe that was some high up. I want to say it was the creative director. And I don't want to call him an idiot, but he's an idiot. So you just came out with a product that we're not going to call failed, but failing product. And he goes, Twitch streamers should have to pay the people that make the games to play their games on Twitch. They are making all of their money off of something that they're playing, which
nope.
Hold on a second. Do you know how many if we're just going to use it. I don't know who watches Ninja, who doesn't. If Ninja plays a game, do you know how many copies of that game sell because Ninja played that game? So for dude, your Google is failed, your Stadia is failing just because you think someone should be paying you to play their game. They're not playing your game. Like, sorry. Like, I know you're trying to stay relevant and get the Google because people are going to click on your name and say, "Oh, Google Stadia." I'm like, and they're still not going to buy it, but they're going to go, "Oh, this guy," and they're probably just going to do what I did and be like, "Bro, no, that's just not how it works." Like, sorry. They're doing it's if anything, everybody's doing everybody a favor. That person paid for the game. That was their thing. I bought this copy of the game for you. I'm not recording it. I'm not redistributing it. Like, the only way people are going to watch it is the way I play and how I play it with my interaction. Like, I'm interacting with the people. That's the part of that's entertaining, not just the game. So I just thought and it blew up. It blew up all over Twitter and it was crazy. But you guys see that?
What was that?
Dum Dum's trying to play with Zoom. I don't know what Dum Dum.
I was throwing some reactions up in the chat, boys. It was crying, laughing face. Because how dumb are they to even think like that? Like,
I mean, when Dum Dum thinks you're dumb, that's just
you're pretty dumb. If I think you're dumb, but like you said, how many copies is Ninja? It doesn't matter what game a streamer plays that's big. They're gonna sell tons of copies. It doesn't matter what. It could be a game no one's ever heard of. Honestly,
Fall Guys and Among Us.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They were the biggest games for how long? Fall Guys was a big game for how long? No, I mean, I didn't even know the game existed.
400,000 people on Twitch watching it today.
What did Fall Guys or Among Us?
Among Us had 400K.
And Among Us was the game was out for what, 2 years before anybody ever played it, and because I forgot
somebody picks it up and it gets huge. Yeah,
some big streamer, and now that those people are rolling in money, they're like, "Oh, I don't even know what to do with all this money now." I wish I had that problem. But
you need to.
I want to make a game and pay Ninja to play it. I'd pay Ninja to play my game.
How much?
Ninja paying me.
How much we paying?
$5.
All right, yeah, he'll definitely do it.
Listen, I'm not a rich man. I'm just a happy man.
He's desperate for cash,
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. That was stupid. So I'm thinking, I mean, we spent a decent amount of this podcast talking about our movie stuff. Do you guys want to do it again? You want to pick you want to go a different genre, stay another genre, watch another movie this week? Like, what do you guys want to take it for a spin? Like, what do you want to, or is that too much work for? Is that too much?
I'll let
Well, I'll
Bdog
tell
answer.
you, I'm actually in the Netflix menu because after we get off this, I'm gonna go eat and watch some Netflix. There's a new show that came out yesterday, but it's in German, so you won't like it. But it's about the Roman Empire, like I think it's specifically about a legion, and there's a
Okay.
Germanic dude that somehow gets in the Roman army, and then he has to go
Okay.
back to the Germanic area and fight like his old people.
Okay.
But it's in German, but it looks really good. Just from the trailer.
Is a movie or a series?
It's a series. It's in the top 10 right now, number 6.
How
on
many
Netflix.
episodes is it?
Let's look. 6.
So you're gonna watch it and then tell us about it next week?
I can do that.
All right. What's the name of the series?
Barbarians.
Okay. So all right. So how about this? Everybody pick either. So you're picking Barbarians. He's gonna watch that series. Dum Dum. Movie. Pick a movie. Pick something.
Does it have to be a certain genre?
I think we can go genre free. Even though we'll go genre free because by the time this is essentially our Halloween podcast because Halloween's next Saturday. So by the time we're actually doing the next podcast, it won't be till the following Monday. So yeah, we talked our next genre is whatever you want to do. We'll just go with that. And then maybe after this week, we'll pick a genre. Like, or maybe if we get some people in the chat, like the comments, like, oh, watch this or watch this specific movie, maybe we'll do that too. So
Yeah, sure.
let's so yeah, you find a movie you haven't watched, either whatever you want, do B-rated, do whatever you want, and we'll talk about them next week. I'm gonna try to find it's gonna be hard to find a movie I haven't really watched that is gonna be interesting, but I'll try to find something, and it's not gonna be Perks of Being a Wallflower, so don't even say it. And we'll do that. We'll start off the podcast with that. Maybe we'll do that. That'll be like our movie review. That'll be our thing. And then, yeah, that's actually, damn, I impress myself sometimes.
I see right now underneath Barbarians is Barbie Adventure Dreamhouse. So you could always
I'll
check
watch
that
that
out.
one. Yeah.
There you go, Dum Dum.
Sign me up.
There you go, Dum Dum.
Or Barbie Dolphin Magic, whatever one floats your boat.
I'm gonna have to watch both, honestly.
Yeah, they're must watches.
They're must watches. So yeah, well, that's actually a really good idea. And then I mean, when the big games start coming out, obviously we're all pretty much planning on getting a lot of the big games that we talked about, like the Assassin's Creed, the Cyberpunks. We'll probably talk about those. We're gonna try to stay spoiler free. I think 2 weeks after release, that's fair. I'd say 2 weeks, and then after that, we'll probably start talking spoilers in games. Because I have a feeling Cyberpunk is a game we're gonna be playing for a while because we all have jobs.
Oh yeah.
And we're not going to be able to just knock that out of the park. Yeah,
sounds good. That sounds like a good plan.
I think it's been a hell of a night.
Yeah, good talk.
Good.
I look forward to talking to everybody. I don't know about you guys. I look forward to this. It's fun. Just chit chat with everybody, talk movies, video games, make fun of Dum Dum. Like, I mean, this is great.
What's not to like?
I mean, how could you not like this? All right. Well, I think with all that being said, thanks everybody for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.
Later.